What up everyone? This is Master Vavi once again, and today I'm gonna show you how to dominate in New World PvP. Let's go. First of all things, why am I doing this video? For the matches that I see on OPR in both wars, what I feel is most of the community has a general sense of how the game plays, but there's also a big part of always new players coming in. Even older players, I still feel like they lack some sort of guidance in terms of OPR especially. So we're gonna focus more on OPRs on this video. Now some of you might say, oh, it's repetitive, it's the same. Well, that's my playstyle. If you play against a fire staff guy, he has kind of the same tricks and the same combos. Watch the 10-minute video of the guy, he's probably gonna nail his same combos over and over again. That's why sometimes it could be repetitive, but the fundamentals, that's what we're gonna be touching today. So take it as you want. If you don't like them, just throw this video away, I don't know, do whatever. So first tip I would say is know your gear. If you don't know your gear by now, man, you have to. You got to get into that like ASAP, all right? You need to know your gear. And I'm going to explain a little bit more of what I mean by knowing your gear. Let's check it out. You need to understand a thing called synergy. If you don't know what it is, basically it's how your armor and your weapons link together with your abilities, with your powers, and all that stuff, how the synergies connect and how you can benefit the most out of it. This musket, it's not the best musket for me. One small synergy or thing that I know that's important in my gear is I'm using a refreshing power shot in my weapon. Why is that? You could say, oh, use it in your gear. If you use it in your musket directly, you will get 55%, which if you get it in armor, you won't get 55%, right? So the ability is stronger on your weapon. If I hit my shot, right, with a power shot, you can see the cooldown, it's almost instant, which is pretty insane. And then if I do the next one, it will be the normal cooldown. So this is something that I know that I can use in a very smart way, right? I can tell you that I rarely use a power shot first as my start shot, unless I know the enemy is really low on health and I want to try to finish him off because it's my strongest ability. I try to use the powder burn first. Why is that? If you go and check your abilities, again, know your gear. If you go check the powder burn, right? The second part of it says standard musket shots deal 12% damage if they hit a burning target. So obviously I'm going to try to start with that shot so I can have the benefit of the 12% increase of damage, right? Then I can go to my power shot, hit it, and I already have another one and hit it again. Good tip. I use the Abyss because it does void damage, obviously. So I'm scaling a lot out of intelligence, right? So I'm doing 350 intelligence, 162 of dex. And then I got cons, but I use the buff of the food so I can have like 15k of constitution, which is crucial. Then I use the Toon Leather Pants to give me plus 10 and make it easy for me to reach the 25 on focus to get that ability reduction. So I know why am I using these. Anyways, why did I pick Mending Execute? Here we can see a really quick clip and demonstration of it. Everyone knows that it gives you 60% health, but you need to understand how to use it and how it's gonna benefit you, right? I see him pushing. I just don't know what's his second weapon. Now I know it's a spear. I'm gonna dodge, I'm gonna pull, and then I'm gonna do the Mending Execute. You can see that I just added almost 5k of constitution from that Mending Execute, right? So that's a lot. For my playstyle, it's crucial, right? Why is that? Because it's gonna give me survivability. So that's me knowing my build and when I need to do things. Why am I gonna do Mending Execute after the pull? Because it kind of gives a stun, right? So it gives me time to aim. Even though he kind of moved around and he went backwards, I was able to still hit him. It's insane the amount of people that I see using just random axes because they say, oh, it's 700 gear score and it has 2 abilities that are good, but one of them sucks. Like, if you want to dominate in OPR in New World, you need to change that mentality of this is enough, because everyone is stepping up their gear. And then you got these bow guys and you have these fire staffers just all the way. You need to be on top of your game. I'm not saying be a diehard, but have fun, but know your gear. This is what we're talking about. That's gonna take us to tip number dos. And this tip number 2 might take you to think that this video is really for beginners, but it really ain't. You would be surprised with the amount of people that don't follow this tip. Use the best potions. That's right. The amount of people that actually don't use potions in the right way, and everyone knows it gives you 2400 of health and 7% of your max health. And then we got our mana potions have a synergy with your earring if you use healthy toast, right? When you drink a mana potion, gain 50% of your base health. This depends on your playstyle. However, I don't know what kind of playstyle could be better than this. Right? Because you need health all the time. I hear some tanks saying, oh, I don't really use that, or that's really, I don't really need it because I'm a tank. You always need health. You always need stamina. What kind of language are you talking about? Healthy toast is probably one of the best perks to have on an earring, right? That and nimble. I do use the weak mana potion. I think it does cool down a little bit better, or at least I want to believe so. Plus, if I need to buy them, sometimes they're cheaper, or to craft them, they're also going to be cheaper. After that, we come to our regen potions. And this is where sometimes people go the cheap route or the easy route. I don't know how you want to call it. Fuse regeneration potion. It gives you 240 health, right? Plus 0.70% of your max health and then mana. But if you do the regeneration serum, you'll get 400 health plus 1% of your max health, 5 stamina for 20 seconds. Don't forget the regen potion, and this is for 20 seconds. So you're booming, boy. You booming. You need to think about these small details, because small details are going to help you perform better and ultimately dominate. As your last potion or consumable, hearty meal, it's there's really not much to say about it. Quick tip: if you use your hearty meal, I'm gonna pop it. I'm trying to dodge, ain't working. You should think about that. You're running away from a bow guy or a musket guy. Myself, you pop that hearty meal. I'm trying to dodge, it won't work. And I could tell you the amount of times that I died because of this. It's crazy. So know your gear. First tip. Second tip: use the best potions. Next one. You still here? Let's go. Okay, so this is so important that I gotta get up close with you guys. This is the most important tip for any type of game, PvP, battle royale, you name it. Tip number 3: positioning. Crazy battle. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just shooting at people right now. I'm not gonna lie. You're just going for it, right? But I do see these fire staffs, and I know they're very annoying. Yes, they are. We know that, all right? But I know I can't fight that, right? So I try to peek out, try to get my distance. This guy comes after me. That's how annoying they are. I know. But I get it better. Positioning. Higher ground. So let's pause there. So positioning is key in every single multiplayer game. That's why it's probably the most important tip in this list. You need to use high ground if you are a ranged player. You need to understand the battle around you, right? So if you're in the middle and you see there's not a lot of ranged players on the top, it's something that you can live with. But as soon as you see that there's people on the top that you can fight or you need to fight, that's where you need to be. Otherwise, you're just a sitting duck, right? Keep going. Let's go. We finish this guy. We see this fire staff. All right, that was our goal. Nice. Love it. I jumped down, but I wanted to still make a check that no one was there on the left side. Guys, if you see an ice pylon, just shoot it, okay? Stop being dumb. Try to finish this guy off. Perfect. That's what I wanted now. The blunderbuss, the net shot. We run away because we don't have a good position, right, for what we're doing. Next clip. Landing some shots here. Everything fine with that. I did not see this guy because I was zooming in. I did hear his attacks and I feel it, obviously. I try to get what? Better positioning. Keep going. He keeps pushing because he's a close quarters guy. We nail that, Kobe. Look at that combo. Right. Perfect. Yeah. Perfect combo.
Sorry about
Perfect combo.
Sorry about that. I really didn't want to do it.
We're trying to nail this guy in the head. He's a fire staffer. We know that. Nice shot. We throw that sticky nade. Why? Because we want him to move. If it sticks, lands, perfect. We want him to move so we can get, the upper hand on this. I try to push in. the eyes fall out, but I'm like, nope, I gotta go. I can't stay here, otherwise they're gonna see me. I see this guy behind me. You see that I zoomed out my camera. That's so important. Zoom out your camera.
Yeah.
And then the sticky nade. Perfect.
Bye.
Zoom out your camera more often. Zoom in and out. Take that advantage of the camera. So important. So this guy, we're gonna fight here. Push a little bit forward. And this is an example of knowing my gear. Coming back to the same thing. Knowing my gear. Using the right potions or second tip. And then positioning overall here. It's not something that we can fight with so much with terrain and stuff because it's so open here. But I'm trying to get my distance, use a better positioning. I know he's gonna fire. I dodge that and pull him with a riposte. So sweet. So sweet. And I'm just tired. I'm just tired. I'm exhausted with these freaking flamethrowers.
What a struggle. These guys are annoying. They have ice spikes. They have flamethrowers. They just go for it. The laziest thing ever. No aim, no nothing. It's just...
Ready for our last clip of the video here. I got a bunch of bows just shooting at me. The bow brothers, right? Because it's bow season. I try to run away. I didn't see this dude. I try to land the riposte to get some extra health, but I didn't really work out. I end up using the heart rune and some potions. I get in the fort. I see the guys in the door. I know that. I'm understanding my surroundings. I land some pretty nice shots on this guy. Run out of stamina. Poor judgment. But I'm going to end up using my charge ability to run away and get my distance, better positioning. The other guys already came in, if you see that. I end up finishing and killing this guy, which is nice. But now I'm in a tricky situation. But you got to understand your positioning, your surroundings. I knew there were people charging the front door there. So that's why I used the charge to go up the stairs. That's why it's so important. And also your dodges. Every time you dodge, don't just dodge forward. Like, don't just try to get distance. Try to use your dodge in a smarter and complex way. Something that's going to make your opponent think again. Positioning, guys. Bonus point.
Stop tunnel vision. Go around. Stop going through the same door. I mean, look at this. I don't want it anymore. Tip number 4. Know your opponent. Look at them. See what they're using and memorize. They all do the same crap all the time. Fire staff guy. We know what they do all the time. If you're on a distance, they're going to do fireball. You roll. You wait for it because it makes a sound. All right. He's going to shoot a couple shots. He's going to try to do snaps and then what? He's going to try to do blunderbuss and now he's going to push. Eventually, fire staff's going to do it. Wait for it. There you go. You just wait for it.
Yeah.
There.
I saw you coming.
Ice guys. They're going to put their freaking pylons. Shoot the pylons.
bro.
Ice guys are going to put their barriers. Be
I'm
aware of that.
standing right here.
Don't be so close. Musket guys, bow guys, fire staff guys, they all love to roll after they shoot. It is what it is. Think about that. Boys, memorize them and know your opponent so you don't fall into traps. If you're using a spear, you know they're going to knock you down 100%. Next. I know, it's a long video, whatever, no one cares. Last tip, PTO. Play the objective. Please stop being one of those guys that never goes Baron. Stop being one of those guys that never caps a point. Stop being one of those guys that never grabs a brute. I'll tell you this, if you start doing more PTO, play the objective, you'll get more kills and you'll dominate in New World. Now just cut the crap, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and do whatever.